Glenmary's founder, Father Howard Bishop, used to ask us, did Jesus' command to go and teach all nations make an exemption of our own? Father Bishop's vision and mission is still alive today. That need to go right here in the United States to serve in Mission Land, USA. You know, when I first visited Appalachia, one of the Glenmary mission areas, I did not know that there were places that there was no Catholic presence until Glenmary arrived. Places that had poverty levels 2 or 3 times that as the national average. I didn't even know that there was a vocation in the Catholic Church called a religious brother. But I was inspired at that time to see a community of missioners dedicated to serve the poor. I was inspired to see a community made up of men of prayer. I wasn't quite ready to join Glenmary at that moment. I kept discerning. I returned to my life and took a job on the East Coast and eventually moved out west and found myself in Chicago. But as I opened myself up to hear God's call, I felt that desire to return to serve in Mission Land, USA with that community of missioners. And after 20 years, I'm proud to be part of that missionary community, a community dedicated to serve in those forgotten and neglected regions of the United States. Places that most people have never heard of, but places that we have fallen in love with, like Beaver Dam, Kentucky, or Yale County, Arkansas. These are the missions that still exist today. Glenmary goes beyond the big cities, beyond even the small cities, to these forgotten areas. Before Pope Francis even said, you have to smell like your sheep, Glenmary was already known as being the blue-collar missionaries, meaning we were out living with and among the people, forming those relationships. And it is there that we began to serve the poor, to spread the joy of the Gospels, and to build up the kingdom of God. Father Bishop also used to say that there was never a time that missionary activity was more needed in our country than it is today. Isn't that still true? Glenmary's serving Mission Land, USA. Are you being called to join us in a mission of a lifetime?